All right, so this comes this morning from the New York Post, an exclusive this morning. Donald Trump is going to rename the Gulf of Mexico and Mount Denali as part of his first-day executive orders. New York Post reporting here, the Gulf of Mexico will be renamed the Gulf of America. And Denali will be renamed and reverted to Mount McKinley. Now, it had been Mount McKinley until Barack Obama changed the name in 2015, which honestly I kind of forgot about. I would have known it still as Mount McKinley. It is the tallest mountain in North America. It stands at 20,310 feet above sea level. And Obama changed the name. But Trump's going to bring back the name Mount McKinley. So the renaming of the two natural features is to honor American greatness, according to a preview of the executive order. The document says President Trump is bringing common sense to government and renewing the pillars of American civilization. The draft document indicated the return of Mount McKinley is of special importance to Trump, tallest peak in North America. The federal government officially dubbed it Mount McKinley in 1917 in honor of William McKinley, the Republican president who had been assassinated 16 years prior. McKinley has been an inspiration for Trump, both in terms of his tariff policies and his expansion of U.S. territory following the Spanish-American War. So that's happening. Gosh dang it, I just bought the placemats for the girls. I literally 2 weeks ago, so Claire's been really into, she's in kindergarten, and she's been trying to figure out, the map. Like, where's Kansas? She's got grandparents in New York, Virginia, brother or uncle in California. She's had a friend recently move to Texas. So her mind's trying to get a feel for, where all this stuff is on a map. And as a kid, I remember having a USA placemat that really, yes, you learn this stuff in school, but just staring at that placemat every night at dinner through osmosis, teaches you the map. So I just bought these 2 weeks ago. We talked about this when the Gulf of Mexico thing came up, and I said, maybe I'll hold off on buying the placemats. Well, I bought the placemats. I couldn't help myself because I didn't know how long it was going to take for Trump to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. If I knew it was an executive order, I might have waited 2 weeks. So now I got to take a Sharpie and cross out Mexico and write America. And I don't think Mount McKinley's on there, but if it is, I got to figure out what to do about that.
Big map and big placemat.
Yeah.
They're going to make their money back.
I know. You know what? You're right. Big placemat is in to make a killing. Trump's in the pockets of big placemat, John. That's what's going on here.
Is Andy Reid going to have to get a new thing, whatever he carries around there on the sidelines?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's got a map on it.
That's right. Oh, my goodness. So this is all happening today. 913-408-7957. Pete, I can't wait to climb Mount McKinley and swim in the Gulf of America, baby. Let's go. Well, if you're climbing Mount McKinley, I hope you didn't just plan that today because it was renamed or reverted back to Mount McKinley. I hope you actually prepare for that because you don't just climb 20,000 feet because you feel like it, John.
Be sure to get a large order of freedom fries while you're out there. So I remember that one.
Yes. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So, see, I wonder if there are implications beyond just Big Map and Big Placemat benefiting from this. It reminds me of when Kansas City was thinking of renaming MCI and redoing the initials to KCI. But there was a whole thing when they redid the airport, the initials for the Kansas City International Airport is MCI. I know it sounds weird. It doesn't make any sense, but it's the initials that the city and the airport system officially uses. It's MCI, John.
I thought it was for mid-continent, right?
Yes, yes.
This is what it was going to be.
But there's a whole reason of why they couldn't just switch it to KCI.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was already taken, but
it was already taken. You're right. But also, every airline would have to redo its entire system. So it's you know what? It's just not worth it. I wonder if there are industries that operate, whether it's in the Gulf of America. It still sounds so weird to me. If there are industries that operate, I don't know, like the petroleum industry, does it throw them off if things are now coming from the Gulf of America instead of the Gulf of Mexico? Do they have to redo their internal systems? I don't know. I'm just wondering.
Great. Now our mail's going to Mexico.
Oh, but there could be things that we don't think about that could be impacted by this executive order. I'm not upset with it. I just wonder what they are. The New York Post reporting here, Trump is expected to sign off on the orders in the president's room at the Capitol following his swearing in. He may also sign the orders at the White House following the inaugural parade. The president is expected to sign nearly 200 executive actions by the end of his first day in office. His hand's going to be hurting by the end of the day. My gosh. Sign me up. 913-408-7957. I will say, generally speaking, I don't like the executive order system, but a lot of these are just reversing things Biden did, right? That's what a lot of these executive orders are. In a perfect world, Congress actually does its job, but Congress has become so neutered, it doesn't really do its job. So that continues to give more and more power to the president or the incoming president-elect. Man, oh, man. Kevin Keatsman live at Ray's Cafe. He is going to be getting going there in 30 minutes as we roll through our final hour on KCMO Talk Radio 95.7 FM. We're always here for you, taking your calls on a historic Monday, Martin Luther King Day, Inauguration Monday morning on KCMO Talk Radio 95.7 FM. If you're home today, you can always stream us, of course, on the KCMO Talk Radio app, on your Google or your Alexa device. News in 2 minutes, and we'll keep it going with you here on KCMO Talk Radio.